Hi, I'm Josiah.
And I'm Bethany.
And this is One True Pair,
the not-so-common sense guide to godly relationships.
We're back with another question today from Kirsty.
Yes.
And the question is,
how do you date when you have social anxiety? This is a
really
great
good question.
because I think there's so many people right now with social anxiety, even if it's like situational social anxiety. I think we've all been there at certain times. I think if you're someone with, like, this isn't going to apply to everyone because not everyone struggles with social anxiety. Some people are like the life of the party. They love being the center of attention, totally comfortable being around anyone at any time. But if you are someone who does struggle with social anxiety, I think a good tip for you would be to pursue friendships first. So like getting to know someone to the point where if you go on a date with them, it's not uncomfortable. For me, I'm the kind of person that like I like to know people. I can do like small talk really well, but like getting to know someone is something for me like that if I'm going to spend one-on-one time with you and we're going to have a conversation, I want to know you decently well. I was really blessed to know Josiah really well before we ever went on a date. I knew him super well, so that when we did go on a date, the conversation was so much easier because we could talk about so many things because I knew a ton about him and he knew a lot about me too.
And I think that goes back to an earlier video too of getting to know people without the expectation of it turning into anything else. I think if you just, like that advice, like if you want a friend, be a friend. And sometimes that can sound like really cliche, but I feel like even just being around groups of like-minded people, like whether that's like your youth group at church, whether that's other environments where you're going to be around other like-minded youth and young people, other people like of your age, like your peers that are kind of on the same path, that are on a good path. I think anytime that you're around people like that, you're going to find other people that you gel with, other people that you get along well with. And I feel like just having it in the back of your mind, okay, Lord, if one of these people is the right person for me, direct me to them, but not having that being the driving motivator and getting to know people and getting to become friends with people, I feel like will put you on a good track, because at that point you're just going to kind of becoming friends with these people. And I feel like even if they engage you in conversation first, or you're just kind of brought in by doing group games. Oftentimes planning things with groups of friends can be really fun ways to kind of get to know people in a group environment, especially if you guys are doing an activity or something that you're kind of, where the focus isn't just on having to come up with interesting things to say or, things like that. You can really get to learn a lot about people. Just one kind of random example of this would be, going on some sort of outing or something together. You can see, okay, is this somebody who the minute something goes wrong starts kind of flying off the handle and getting mad at people? How do they treat other people around them? The people at the bowling alley, how do they treat the people who are handing them stuff? Are they disrespectful? Are they respectful? How do they treat their parents? And you kind of get to know them in different ways. And I feel like sometimes people who have social anxiety are just a lot more observant. They're more kind of on the observing side, and that can be a really good thing for you to kind of get to know the qualities and the types of people that you want to spend more time with.
Yeah, I was actually going to hit on that too, like putting yourself in like low pressure situations with someone. So whether it's like a group outing and that's like a low pressure thing for you, or if you're someone who's like super comfortable in certain situations, then you can like with social anxiety, if you're going on a date with someone, if you're like, I'm super comfortable doing this, so let's say like you're super comfortable playing like, I don't know, disc golf or something like that, and you say, hey, would you want to go do this with me, and like do something that like you're more comfortable. If they pursue you and say, hey, what would you like to do, choose something like that isn't going to be a high stress situation for you if things already cause you stress. Like if like specifically like being in like really loud restaurants causes you a lot of anxiety, then don't go on your first date with someone to a really loud restaurant, because then you're just going to associate it with like an anxious experience, and that's not worth it for you. So whether it is doing things in group settings or doing things in situations that cause low anxiety for you, I would say would be good. Pretty helpful things.
So I hope that helps. I hope that gives just some thoughts to think about when kind of thinking about dating and social anxiety and how those things kind of play together. Let us know below if that didn't answer your question. If there are other aspects to this question that you want us to kind of dive a little bit deeper in and share some of our thoughts on. Thank you guys for the awesome questions. Please keep them coming in the comments below, and we'll make sure that they're the topics of future videos, so we can kind of talk through these things together and hopefully encourage you on your journey and in your relationship as you're pursuing God and pursuing the one that He has for you.
Well, that is it for this week, guys. Feel free to tune in next time. If you have anything for us, let us know. Bye.
Woo.